With the Houston Texans about to open their preseason, Big Sarge is going to tell you what to look for against the Minnesota Vikings.
With Big Sarge. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Big Sarge here, live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Getting ready for the Houston Texans to take on the Minnesota Vikings in their first preseason game. Yeah, I know. As dark as I am, I should have more light, right? But for those of y'all who have been following me on social media, you know that I had some technical difficulties with my bags, and I just received one of my bags, and this is my first time flying United. So, first time flying United in a very long time. So I was like, all right, okay, I got it. I get it. I can't get too upset. Can't get too mad. Because getting upset and getting mad is not going to bring my, it's not going to get my bags here any quicker. So, but it was a little bit of an inconvenience. And so that's why now you all see, and I'm trying my best to make sure that I can keep this lighting as much as I can. Maybe once I download this and put it out on YouTube, it will look a whole lot better. Oh, what's going on, J-Rock? What's going on, Texas Tangents? And so I know that's one of the reasons why the Texas Tailgate Talk pre-game is running a little behind because of some technical difficulties, but I'm here. No matter how bad I look, no matter how dark I look, I'm here. I'm right here. And the weather outside is kind of muggy, but I'm gonna make it through. I'm right down the street, so I'm just gonna walk to the stadium here in a second and start, making sure that I give you live and up to the minute updates on what I see and what's going on as the Houston Texans head into their first preseason game. All right, couple of things, right? Couple of things. One, welcome to the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you're subscribed to the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast, all one word, Texans Tailgate Talk. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because we do everything for the gram. Let's go ahead and jump right into this thing. A couple of things that I want you all to look for. And I want you to observe with the Houston Texans in their first preseason game. Number one, though, let's just go ahead and get this thing out the way. Do not panic if CJ Stroud does not play. Let me say that again. Do not panic if CJ Stroud does not play. If CJ Stroud does not play, or he only plays one series, maybe two series in this first preseason game, do not panic. The sky is not falling. Please don't turn this into what they turned this into in OTAs and in minicamp when CJ wasn't throwing. If he doesn't play, or if he's very limited, you're not expecting CJ Stroud to play the amount of snaps that Shedeur Sanders did for the Cleveland Browns last night. You're not expecting that, are you? It's the first preseason game. One of the things that we've talked about before is the way that the schedule is made up now. The way the schedule is, you only get three preseason games compared to when you used to get four. And they used to make the assessment in the third preseason game. But now with only three preseason games, that second preseason game, when he's at home against the Carolina Panthers, I think that you will see the starters play a lot more snaps than you will see them play today against the Minnesota Vikings. So please do not panic Ninja Crazy Leg says, Coach even said there are going to be a lot of players not playing this game. He said he was going to be a lot of young guys today's game. Yes, he did say that. I was the one that asked him that question about how much the starters would play, and that's exactly what he said. And so, don't panic. Don't listen to these people who are going to try to make you think that the sky is falling because CJ Stroud didn't play a lot of snaps or that CJ Stroud did not play. There's no there's nothing going on behind the scenes. CJ isn't hurt. There are no conspiracy theories. Like, don't let these people get these things in your head, because a lot of times y'all let these people get these things in your head and then you think that the sky is falling. And the sky won't be falling. CJ doesn't play, he just doesn't play. Or if he plays a limited amount of time, he just plays a limited amount of time. So please don't start with the panic. Please don't get yourself all worked up. Please don't let your anxiety start to run rampant, and then next thing you know, you're wilding out on social media because you've seen this person say this about CJ Stroud or this person say that about CJ Stroud. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's not as many media members that's covering this game that it was that was covering training camp. So if you see some of the things being said behind the scenes, what's up, DQ? You see some of the things being said behind the scenes, it's only about a handful of us that are here. So don't let yourself fall into that trap. That's the one thing I can't understand is when these people start, like, I understand, observing from the couch. And I'm talking about some of these media members. I understand observing from the couch, but hating from the couch is totally different. I do not like people who hate from the couch. Because if you're not there, then don't criticize the people that are. Don't criticize the people that are there if you're not there. I don't like that. I digress. All right, so the second thing that I want you to look for against the Minnesota Vikings is Woody Marks. Texans running back Woody Marks will have all the eyes on him today. I can see him getting the majority of the snaps, especially with there's no with no Joe Mixon playing today. Nick Chubb will probably get limited snaps only because he did not practice a lot this week. I think he went out. With he got a little days going in Tuesday's practice. So he didn't practice Wednesday. He didn't practice Thursday. He left Tuesday's practice. So there won't be any Joe Mixon. There won't be any. There may or may not be Woody. There may or may not be a Nick Chubb sighting. Damian Pierce, who just returned to practice this past week and only went through the walkthroughs, has done nothing as far as contact is concerned. I don't expect to see him playing. So this will be a huge, huge time for players like Dare Ogunbowale, who's probably going to start. But then you're going to get to see the backup guys get a lot of carries, like a Jawar Jordan, like a Woody Marks, like a Jawar Jordan, like a Woody Marks, like a British Brooks, like a J.J. Taylor. Those guys will probably get a majority of the snaps because so many running backs are out. But this is an opportunity for Texans fans and for the coaching staff to see just how much they have in Woody Marks. We know that he can run. We know that he can catch. The pass protection is the one thing that I think that they're going to want to look at the most. I think they're going to want to see how does he do in pass protection, because I think that that's the one thing that it will limit him if he doesn't get a lot of snaps this season. Early on in the season, I think that's the one thing that will limit him is if he's not a good in pass protection. But if he can look good in pass protection this preseason, maybe 1 or 2 games into the regular season, I think you'll start to see him get more and more carries. But there are going to be a lot of eyes on Woody Marks. I think this first game and his third game will have more eyes on him. We'll have more eyes on him as far as being observed in real game time situation against an NFL opponent. So we're going to see. So like I said, don't panic if Stroud doesn't play. Woody Marks will have the eyes on him. Hey, Blake Fisher, this is your opportunity to regain your confidence and the confidence of Cole Popovich, the confidence of Nick Caley, the confidence of your teammates, the confidence of the people in your position group. This is your opportunity to regain your confidence because we know that he was supposed to be one of those guys that came into this season as a starter. And as time went on, we've seen him take second team reps. We've seen him take some third team reps. We've seen Cam Robinson go down in practice and then move the rookie offensive tackle Ariante Ursery from the right side to the left side, move Titus back to the right side, and then in at put Juice Scruggs in at the right guard. And so this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. Starting the day against the hey, what's up, Queen? Happy anniversary. This is your opportunity and your time to step up and regain your confidence because I know you have it in you. Like I've spoken to Blake Fisher on numerous occasions, and I know he has that dog in him. He just has to regain his confidence, and so I think that in games like this, the first game and definitely the third game, they're going to want to see what he looks like in real time. But you got to stop false starting because false starting is getting you pulled out of the game, and you've got to show Cole Popovich, he does have the confidence in you, but throughout training camp, you have not had a great camp. You did not have a great OTA. You did not have a great mini camp. You're not having a great training camp. This is your opportunity, Blake Fisher, to regain your confidence and the confidence of the coaching staff in you. See, one, two, three. The fourth thing that you should be looking for against the Minnesota Vikings is this is a test run for rookie wide receivers Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. This is a test run for them. This is where you get your feet wet. This is where you get into that real game time action. And of course, the Minnesota Vikings defense, I mean, they're not going to show you what they're going to do throughout the season. So these guys are going to see a lot of vanilla. They're going to see a lot of vanilla defenses. But what you want these two wide receivers to do, and the rest of the rookies as well, but especially these two, is you want them to start getting prepared on how they will get them into a routine on how they're going to prepare for the regular season. Okay, this is what you need to do. You get up at this time, eat at this time, do this, do this, do this. When we get on the field, pregame, you need to go through this and go through that. This is their test run to get them started on that road to the regular season. But it's also an opportunity to get them into the system. It's an opportunity for Nick Caley and wide receivers and passing game coordinator Ben McDaniels to give them a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more on their plate. We put some on and during the OTAs and minicamp. We started to add a little bit more and a little bit more in training camp. All right, so now you're going to go against some more competition. I know that you're so used to going against your own defense, but now you're going up against a different defense, and you're going to see different schemes. You're going to see different players who, from the Minnesota Vikings side, is trying to make the team, are trying to impress their coaches. And so when you look at everything that entails that, when it comes to Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, this is their test run. And by next week against the Carolina Panthers, you should be able to see them take another step up. They'll have another week of practice under their belt. They'll have a game time experience under their belt. And of course, we know this is not the regular season. So with it not being the regular season, you're not going to get everything that you're going to see in the regular season. But it doesn't matter because this is still a game. So the Houston Texans have treated this just like a game. All right. Another thing that you should observe against the Minnesota Vikings today is Ariante Ursery needs to see time at both tackle positions. Cole Popovich needs to come in with the mindset of Ariante is going to play right tackle and Ariante is going to play left tackle. Because when Cam Robinson went down in practice at the Greenbrier Sports Performance Center, when he went down and they moved Ariante from the right side to the left side and put Titus back at right tackle. Look, I don't know who else is going to say it. I've said it before. I said it throughout the week. I'm going to say it again. He looked good. When they had them two at tackle, that's some of the cleanest pockets that CJ Stroud has had in a very long time. I'm just trying to tell you, though, that was some of the cleanest pockets that CJ had in a very, very, very long time. Those last 2 days of practice, it was almost like, okay, now you're starting to see the offense. And I think that I reported on there that, hey, the offense is starting to look a whole lot better. That defense isn't dominating as much as it should, or that it was. But they are starting to look a whole lot better. And I'm saying to myself, hey, maybe that could be the lineup. Put Titus at his natural position, put Ariante at his natural position, and let's run with it. And so Ariante Ursery needs to see time at both tackle positions against the Minnesota Vikings on Saturday. Moving right along. With the news of C.J. Gardner-Johnson, let this be a test run for others. So we know that on Thursday, Texan safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson went down with a knee injury. And I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at it looks worse than the diagnosis. Looking at it in real time looked worse than what the diagnosis actually was. And because by now you know that he's not out for the season. He will miss a significant amount of time. I know that there's reports out there that he should be back by week 1. And, you know, one thing that you know about me, one thing that you know about Sarge is, you know, whatever somebody gets from the source that they get, I don't knock it. Hey, look, if that's what your source say, that's what your source say. I can only go about what my source say. And when I landed in Chicago in my layover as I was coming to Minneapolis, I was told it wasn't as bad as it looked. It wasn't as bad as it looked. Oh man, my battery's low. Do we got some plugs right here? Y'all give me a second. We do. Y'all hold on a second. I gotta plug this thing up, or we're gonna lose each other right in the middle of the stream. Give me a second. Bam. Here we go. All right, so like I said, when the injury happened in real time, it looked worse than it actually was. And now that we know that, you know, there's been reports out there, and from what I've been told is that he's gonna, and when I say a significant amount of time, that's including the preseason. So he's probably gonna miss the rest of preseason. And then they won't, from what I'm told, they may not bring him back until week 3, maybe week 4. But week 3 is the target. They don't want to rush him back, especially after being out that amount of time and missing that amount of time and rushing him right into week 1. Now, I don't know. It could happen. It could happen. He could play week 1. But from what I'm being told, they're trying to keep him out until week 3. And you know, with the news of Jimmy Ward, and even though, you know, he had some legal trouble this week and he's back, you know, he showed a picture of him being back in the facility. I don't know when that foot will be ready for him to be back. But one of the things that I put out on social media is what I would like to see, maybe just for a series from that defense, is let me see you move Jalen Petrie to the safety position for a couple of plays, because during training camp, he has played at that safety position. But move him there for just a couple of plays, and then let Miles Bryant, who had a hell of a day on Friday, let him get there and let him play some. Not only him, but let's look and see what you have in rookie cornerback Jalen Smith. Let's see what you have by putting him right there. It's sad because this would have been the perfect opportunity for safety Jalen Reed if he wasn't injured. Oh, this would be his time to shine. And he could be back for The second preseason game, I'm going to try to find out a little bit more information about that, but this would have been the perfect time for him. But with CJ Gardner Johnson out, and he probably wasn't going to play a lot. He probably wasn't going to play a lot anyway. But this is his opportunity. This is his opportunity to be able to. I'm sorry. This is the opportunity for others to shine, right? You want to see, players like Yeast. You want to see, a couple of series from MJ Stewart. You want to see if now you remember when I spoke with when I spoke with safety Caleb Bullock earlier in training camp, he said that Jalen Smith can play all three positions. He can play the cornerback, he can play the he can play the nickel position, and he can play the safety. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Matt Burke and D'Amico Ryans move him around a little bit. And I'm pretty sure that with CJ Gardner Johnson going down, they probably talked to him about it. And with the way that safeties coach Steven Adegoji is able to get these guys on the same page, you may see that. All right. And the last thing that I have for you all, because I'm getting ready to get down to the stadium, the last thing that I have for you all is don't judge the offensive play calling. Do not judge the offensive play calling. Once again, do not judge the offensive play calling because it is the first preseason game. It's the equivalent to a glorified training camp practice. They're just going up against a different team. They're going to continue to install plays. Like I said, this is like a practice for them. So don't judge Nick Caley off of what you see against the Minnesota Vikings in the first preseason game. There's not going to be a lot that he's going to show throughout the entire preseason. There will be bits and pieces of things that he wants to do, but I'm thinking that they're just going to continue to install some of these basic plays that they are going to want to use. And then in practice, they'll continue to put the plays that they're going to use throughout the regular season. So don't judge the offensive play calling. Do not look at your television while you're watching the Houston Texans and saying, I can't believe that the Houston Texans went out and hired Nick Caley. I mean, look, this offense looks the same as last year. You haven't really seen the offense in totality yet. You will not see that offense in totality until week 1 against the Los Angeles Rams. So don't jump off a ledge and say, oh, I can't believe this play calling. We can't do this. We can't do that. This is you know what these preseason games are? These preseason games are joint practices. That's all they are. The Houston Texans got 2 coming up. They got a joint practice against the Carolina Panthers on Thursday, and then they got a preseason game against them on Saturday. These are just joint practices. Do not judge the offensive play calling by that. So, once again, let me tell you some of the things that you should observe. What's up, Tay? Let me tell you some of the things that you should observe in the Texans' first preseason game against the Minnesota Vikings. Don't judge the offensive play calling. With CJ Gardner Johnson out, let this be a test run for others. Ariante Ursary needs to see time in both tackle positions. This is a test run for Texans wide receivers Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel. Blake Fisher. You can regain your confidence. He has to regain his confidence today. Woody Marks will have a lot of eyes on him. Rookie running back, Woody Marks will have a lot of eyes on him. And the one thing that I started with is the one thing that I'm going to end with. Do not hold on. Let me say this slowly so y'all can hear it. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Don't panic if CJ Stroud does not play. Don't panic if CJ Stroud only plays a series. Don't panic if CJ Stroud only plays 2 series. Don't panic. Don't let these people get you all worked up on social media if CJ Stroud doesn't play. Because every time something involves CJ not playing or not throwing, it's always, oh, the sky is falling. Our franchise quarterback is blah, 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 blah. That's bull crap. Don't let these people do that to y'all. Do not. Because you're gonna have yourself, you're gonna be worried sick. You're going to be to the point where you're gonna be like, Sarge, what's going on? Sarge, what's going on? Sarge, what's going on? I'm gonna tell you, hey man, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all had that conversation and that discourse amongst each other. Talk amongst yourself. Because I ain't getting into it. Because I know. And that's why I'm warning you now and I'm telling you now, don't fall into the social media traps. A lot of those people are doing it for likes and retweets. If CJ Stroud doesn't play today, it's going to be perfectly fine. It's going to be okay. It's only a preseason game. This is a glorified practice. This is a joint practice against the Minnesota Vikings. That's all it is. That's all it is. I want you all to know that because I'm trying to help you. So look, I'm trying to help you prevent from getting your anxiety all riled up. I'm trying to help you to prevent yourself from getting all mad and upset. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you not fall into the trap. And look, if you're going to partake in your favorite beverage on Saturday during the game, I just want you to enjoy the beverage. I don't want you to stress drink. I don't want you to stress drink because you see these people talking online saying, this is what's wrong with Stroud. This is what's wrong with Stroud. This is what's wrong with Stroud. No, don't stress drink. If you're going to drink, one, drink responsibly. Two, just drink because you enjoy drinking. Because you enjoy drinking at your own home or wherever you are. But if you go out, drink responsibly. Get a designated driver. I want to make sure that I say that because I want all of you all to be right back here during the Texas happy hour after the game. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Listen. I told you all, this Texans Tailgate Talk podcast, the Texans Happy Hour is designed specifically for Texans fans. This is for you. And if I'm going to build this platform with the Houston Texans fans in mind, I'm going to give you all of my time. All of my time and everything that I see. Now, I'm going to tell you what I need you all to do, though. If you haven't done this, go and subscribe to the Texas Tailgate Talk YouTube page, all one word, Texas Tailgate Talk. I don't know if you all noticed it or not. I've been putting out some clips. There are some exclusive interviews that are going on over there. By the end of today, I should have the interview that I had with Kyle and Hannah McNair on there. I should have the interview by tomorrow, the interview that I had with President Mike Toman on there. But over there already, I have the interview with Texas cornerback Kamari Lassiter. That's one that you all might want to go on over to the Texas Tailgate Talk YouTube page and look at that because Kamari is saying some, like you could just tell the difference. You could hear him talk about the year two growth. You could hear him talking about him knowing he wanted to play football. And if at 4 years old, you could hear him talk about, and this is the thing, you should really listen to him and what he's talking about, when it comes to CJ Stroud. You should listen to that. I have an exclusive interview over there with Xavier Hutchinson, Tim Settle Jr., defensive lineman for the Houston Texans. That interview is going to be put up here soon. Defensive line coach Rod Wright. Oh, that was a very, very good interview. So you want to listen. And Texans defensive end Will Anderson Jr. I had an opportunity to speak with him. I'm going to put that interview up along with Jawar Jordan, along with Henry To'oTo'o. So there are some things that are coming down the pipeline over there at the Texans Tailgate Talk YouTube page that I want you all to be aware of. All right, y'all, I got to get up out of here. I got to get ready to go to the stadium here in just a second. What's up, J Rock? What's up, Texans Tangent? Ninja Crazy Legs, DQ, what's going on? Trill Kick X, what's going on? Game day is here. Woody Marks will have a big day today. I believe that I had a dream about it. Pause. Brooks will get a carry. Queena, what's going on? Uh, D Skills, what's going on? Get you a book because I have all the books in the background, right? This is the only place that I can find a light for Dark Brothers. Uh, Interesting. Ursary, the swing tackle, you say yes. Christopher Holton, Texan Swarm. I want to see the O line hold up, and then I want to see the running backs. Okay. The weather down here is rainy. They did whoop them bad last season. Tay, what's going on? Now, Sarge, the world is falling, and the word that'll come from it is he's hurt, of course. Christopher Holton says he want to see Blake Fisher. Me too. It's time for some football. D Skill says drink irresponsibly if you're at home. Uh, the rookies and also see Noel or Higgins get reps against the other players. That was one of the things that I say. Thank you, Queena. Queena says go like, follow, and subscribe. Queen, I don't even know how if y'all are gonna be able to watch the game, right? Y'all on y'all weekend, y'all and 20th anniversary weekend, right? It's 20 years, 25 years together, 25 years together, 20 years being married, right? Uh yes, J Rock, he is a legend. Al Dickey, no, I don't think he's going to play. I don't. He asked, is Damian Pierce going to play? I don't believe that Damian Pierce will play, only because he did not participate in any practices when they were in full pads. He only did the walkthrough, so I don't believe that he's going to play. What's up, Brandon? J Rock, I'm glad you said that. Before I get up out of here, J Rock, I am glad that you said that. I believe that the Houston Texans have a lot of players on special teams that are going to cause some damage. I'm talking about on the return teams. Like they got a lot of players, and I'm starting to see. I don't want to give special teams coordinator Frank Ross's plan away. I don't want to give his lineups or his alignments away. But all I'm gonna say is this: like I'm starting to see some people return some punts and return some kickoffs. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I never thought that they would be playing special teams. But I'm starting to see that more and more. So I'm like, it makes sense. But I'm also the person that believes that Jalen Noel, the Texans rookie wide receiver that plays special teams, I'm also under the belief that he's going to have more than 3 return touchdowns this season. I do. I believe that he's going to have in between kick return and punt return. I think that he's going to have 3 or more um, touchdown returns. Queena says, "Yep," and I'll be watching. We got small kids, and y'all know they be blocking. Oh, Queena, that's hilarious. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let you all get yourselves. I don't know what the weather's like back in Texas. I don't know what the weather's like back in Houston, but I'm pretty sure that it's beautiful. You know what? Let me just look. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me look. Sheesh. It says it's 79 degrees outside now. Okay, but it's muggy for here in here in hold on, in Minneapolis. Let me see what y'all got going on in Houston. No possible way it's already 90 degrees in Houston. 90? No possible way it's 90 degrees back home already. Hold on, y'all tell me. Wait, hold on. Somebody drop that in the comments. It's 90. Hold on. Tay say it's hot than a bit. It's 90 degrees. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all know I like to do this. This is what I love about this show and about me being sole proprietor owner. Hold on for a second. Hello, Christina. You don't say anything that'll incriminate you or me. You are live on the Texans Tailgate Talk podcast show. We're talking about what to look for against the Minnesota Vikings, okay? Okay. Chrissy, I looked at the weather, right? So here it's 79, but it's like rainy and muggy. Chris, is it really 90 degrees back home?
It really is.
Is that hot outside?
It very much is.
It says, hold on. It says it's supposed to get up to 92 today.
With 1,000% humidity, yes.
What? Is it really that hot back home?
It really is.
It's 12:34. It's just barely past midday.
Correct.
Oh God. All right. Love you. I'll call you back.
Love
You
too.
picked up Maylee already?
Yes,
Oh, tell her I said hello.
I will.
Jesus. All right. Bye.
Bye.
What? 92 degrees? Queen says, how did the fish grease? Tay said in the DFW is 92. Really feels like 95. God dang. All right. Let me get up out of here. You've been tuned to the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast, hosted by yours truly, Big Sarge. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Follow me on the tick and the talk at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you subscribe to the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast and YouTube page, all one word, Texans Tailgate Talk. And make sure you follow me on the app. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because we do everything for the gram. And I would truly appreciate it if you all went on over to Texas Tailgate Talk YouTube page and subscribe. I'm telling you, I'm trying to do something, not for me, but so I could help others. That's why I need you all to subscribe. That's why I need to get those subscriptions up, because I got something in plan. I got something planned, something big planned. When I get up to 1,000 followers, if I can get up to 1,000 followers by the start of the regular season, I got something big planned. And every subscriber who subscribed to the Texas Tailgate Talk YouTube page, you're going to be proud to be a part of that community. Big Sarge with the books behind me. I'm out.
I'm a big Sarge. Yes, sir.